Alright, round 2 getting underway here. Very nice start. We didn't see Blood Artist at all last match, so nice to see it here, especially with double driver, which means the artist should be sticking around for a while. I hope this guy doesn't have all the wonderful green that we saw going around. But means we got a pretty good chance that the frailties will work well. A little less so with green-black, but got a nice curve here. 2, 3, 4, 4. Gonna hopefully use a frailty to good effect, changing up his combat math at some point. Maybe having a driver block a Nettle Swine and then killing his Force Mage, so they trade. Which means, is it worth chumping this here? If I know I'm going to get it back in 2 turns? Not yet. But I could very well chump block the Swine with the Artist next turn, because all I'm going to be doing is bringing driver down. I like that plan. I don't like showing them that that recursion is going to happen, but I don't think I had a better option there. So I might consider just block chumping and trading here, because I'm gonna get 2 more triggers off of this Blood Artist this turn. I think that's fine. He could certainly have Joint Assault here, but maybe he didn't think I'd get a creature back if they died at the same time. Yeah, I don't think the plan's changed here. Could still just chump and block. Or if he uses up some of his green mana pre-combat, I could block and chump. Again, benefiting from potentially 3 triggers off of the artist. It could be amazing if he drops a second Force Mage here, and I've got a frailty. Bone Splinter's Apprentice is going to be wonderful here. Okay, so what do I do? I think I just take it. Sitting pretty right now at 20. If he wants to use his whole turn doing 3 more damage to me, that's fine. It could get ugly if he goes pump Joint Assault and then activate, giving him a 10-10. But I think I could still even get out of that. Excellent. Definitely going to frailty that this turn. He doesn't have any good blocks for my driver. Get another artist trigger. Depending on what his blocks are like. Okay, if I play this in Bone Splinter to get rid of a blocker, I'm forcing in 3, 4, 5, and plus 2 triggers, so that's 7. That puts him at 5, and I'm back at 20, and I've drawn a card. No, I haven't drawn a card. Yeah, no, I think I just see if he blocks here. Definitely should have played the Apprentice first. That was silly. I did that a little too quick. Yeah, that was silly. Really, really silly. I totally in my head was saying play the Apprentice first, and I didn't do it. But 2 more triggers. I look like a fool playing the Apprentice here now, but it's even worse just to save your own ego to not do it. At this point, I'd rather just chump and draw a card than use it for a Bone Splinter. I've still got some damage in the air getting through, so. And I've already taken out one of his reach creatures. He's got 6 mana, so I have to be careful if he gets to 8, but that was such a bad move, not playing that Alchemist before the driver attack. That could be a problem. So I think it's worth it getting in an attack and then making him spend an entire turn equipping and then splintering again on my next turn. This will take him to 5. Splintering an artist will take him to 4. Attacking will take him to 2. And then he'd have to have either land and a normal casting cost creature plus equip, or a really cheap creature plus equip. I've drawn 8 land and 7 spells, so I'm doing pretty good considering a nasty flood. He looks like he's doing about the same though. We don't know what he's got in his hand, but he's only showing 5 spells to 6 land, so roughly the same proportion. And it's much more likely that his hand is all spells though, considering he needs the extra land and he hasn't played one, so. That begs the question if he had 6 mana and this was the best thing he could do last turn. I shouldn't be too worried about this turn. It's interesting. Aha. Still safe to splinter that, since he can't regenerate it or he'll die. So But it means he'll still have the option to create a flyer next turn that trumps mine. But it should be able to put him at 2. If I just straight up attack with the Drake, I think he has to block, and they trade. And then he takes 2 triggers and goes to 3, putting me back at 20. And I get to keep my artist. Oh, okay, there we go. That makes sense. That's really risky for him. He's committing himself to 1 life. Interesting. So I think I just play Wingcrafter here, and I save Bone Splinter for next turn. But that being said, why even play this? Why not just play it next turn? Because what if he draws eaten by spiders or something? Or if he no, because if he has some sort of removal, then I can't attack. I'd rather have it without Summoning Sickness. I think that's more valuable than just having surprise fuel for a Bone Splinters. Let's hope he wasn't waiting on that red. Wonderful. So I'll play the Geist and sack the Geist, just so I still have 2 lethal creatures. Alright, so he's splashing red, but we didn't see any like Borderland Rangers or anything. And he obviously wasn't waiting on a red card, or he would have had a better play there. But he's got some nice Soulbind, he's got some flying black, and a little bit of removal. This is excellent because it not only does it take care of the angelic armaments, but any creature that is wearing it is already going to have flying. So I think this is an auto inclusion if we were playing green, but you know, that's why I picked it early, because if you are going to be in that color, it's a wonderful sideboard card. And the artifacts that are in the set are generally equipment. Nobody really plays the Narzad Scrappers, and these are rare as it is as well. And there's better options to take care of these than the Eat My Spiders. So I would much prefer to play something like this than like Natural, what is it, Nature's End or Natural Order, the disenchant for the set, the green disenchant. So Ghoulflesh is a little low caliber, underpowered for what he's pumping out. I like the idea of a shield mate to protect our Blood Artist a little, but I think that game could have been even quicker if we had not messed up our Apprentice turn. Guy Snatch might be reasonable against him, but no reason to bring it in right now. We've got a lot of really nice cards that obviously didn't make our deck.